Is Ben Shalom finished as a promoter? Well, if the latest Zuffa signing is anything to go by, he might be very close to it. Hello everybody, once again, welcome back to Full House Sports here, myself Charlie. Remember before I start the video to please like, comment and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated as I try to become a one-man sports news bandwagon. Yes, we've had the breaking news today that Billam-Smith, former WBO Cruiserweight champion, and I think probably the best fighter that the boxer still had signed to them, has left the promotion to go to Zuffa, Dana White's startup. Now, I think there was already talk that Billam-Smith wasn't going to continue a boxer. I think since the BBC deal, I think that the fact that he was in an eliminator for the WBO title, there was talk about purse bids, not going to purse bids, etc., etc. Well, it looks like now we've had the confirmation that he's going to go to Zuffa. I think it probably means that there's going to be a Jai Opetaia fight down the line. You would logically think that anyway. He's beat Brandon Glanton, who Opetaia beat for the Zuffa belt. And I think Billam-Smith, to be fair to him, is probably he's definitely top 5, I think, cruiserweights in the world. So it's a huge signing for them to get. And I think, as well, if Opetaia is going to continue with them, and we've got all this hoo-ha about what the IBF are doing and how they're seeing things, then so be it. If not, I think that is a natural fight to make. So I get it makes sense for Billam-Smith. We also have got the deal through with Zuffa side of Sky Sports. He's been on Sky before with Boxer. And I think that that's definitely something that he would probably have his eye on as a broadcaster. He probably wants to go there. But what does it mean for Ben Shalom? I think that's another big fish gone. You know, what's he got left? He's got Richard Riakporhe. We saw him in the ring after Richard Riakporhe won on Saturday night against GBT. He's got both those guys, I'm led to believe. He's still got Fraser Clark, who I thought showed signs of improvement. Obviously, Lauren Price, which we think may fight Claressa Shields. Adam Azim, what's going on with him? I've done a few videos on boxing on my channel for the start, and it does sound like a bit like I'm on the Ben Shalom hate bandwagon. I'm not. I think competition is very good in boxing, but I do think this is a huge blow for him. You know, the BBC deal, as much as I want boxing on the national broadcaster, it was always going to be hard to fund the big fights because the BBC is funded through licence fees, not through advertisements. So, you know, it's hard to pay for those big purses. I've said this before without repeating myself. And now Billam-Smith going is... I think it's a shame, to be honest with you, because, listen, I get Zuffa wanting to make a mark, wanting to make a splash. That cruiserweight division, to be fair, hasn't got much major backing. But I think the one thing that I think is a shame is we missed out on potentially Billam-Smith versus Vidal Riley for the IBF belt, which logically looked like it could take place. The rankings meant that I thought it was naturally going to happen. Vidal, of course, won his eliminator against Masternak. Billam-Smith was the next one down. I thought that would have been ordered for Jai's vacant IBF. Instead, he's now gone down this route, going with Zuffa. I mean, if he's going to get the payday that, for example, was handed out to Conor Ben, I'm not saying he will get the 15 million, but if they're playing inflated prices, fair play to him. Get the money and do what you need to do. But like I say, for Ben Shalom, what a blow to lose Billam-Smith, to get that confirmation. Yeah, what's going on with Boxer? What are they going to do? How are they going to solve things? Because, you know, yes, there's Eubank Jr., I think, is still signed with them, but I mean, I think he's more in bed with the Ring magazine than anything else. There's all sorts of links anyway with boxing, but it's a huge blow. And like I say, I think we'll get Billam-Smith Opetaia. It seems to make the most logical sense. It's a shame we're not going to get Vidal Riley versus Billam-Smith. All British fight for a vacant world title. Sign everyone up. I guess Vidal now will face, I think, look at the rankings, it's going to be either Naika or Masson, who I think he could beat both. So I think Vidal probably by the end of the year will be a world champion. Not writing off those guys, but I do think Vidal could convincingly beat those guys. And yeah, where does it leave Boxer? Very intriguing to see what happens next. I think he's got to start signing fighters, Ben Shalom, but has he got the money? Probably not, because he lost the Sky deal. Yeah. And I think as well, just one last thing, I think it shows the pull that Sky may have with Zuffa. Now you know they're going to be on Sky Sports. If you're a British fighter, you're probably looking and going, still a massive broadcaster. Why not? There's been a spate of Zuffa signings, of course, last week. I didn't really do a video because I said I've been a busy man. But, of course, there's been Edgar Berlanga as well, Richardson Hitchens. They're big signings in their own right. I mean, I'm not sure about the Berlanga signing. Is he damaged goods? Potentially. You know, Hamza Shields dealt with him pretty convincingly. The Hitchens signing is very interesting because if he goes into that welterweight division that they have at Zuffa, there's actually some quite good fighters down in that welterweight division at Zuffa. We don't know if Conor Ben's going to stick with them, but regardless, there's some fun matchups there. Kane Sandoval comes to mind as well as someone who's in that division. Like I say, there's some decent fights in that division if Zuffa get it together. I don't mind the Zuffa cards. I'm not against them. They're competitive fights. I don't know if Ben is going to stick with them or not. There's rumours that he was a free agent now. But like I say, they're trying to make a splash, and fair play to them. They are gradually, slowly but surely, signed up some decent names. As always, guys, let us know what you think. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated. There's a try and become a one-man sports news bandwagon. As always, have a great day.